utility here, but Loira's going to take a lot of damage. Be shut down. A flawless round to kick things off. Benja and J90 finish things off. A lot of them getting in on the action there. I don't just take a pot shot with the push. He will not be stopped. Takes down Uno. Surely not two flawless rounds in a row.
It's coming. Doki's going to die to the zap if he's not careful here out of Forest. I know he's on 1 HP himself, but Doki, no, he can't even get a kill. It's a double flawless to start things off.
Two account open. He's taking down Benja. The Warden's gone as well, but Fultz and Ashen find answers along with J90. SSG have just taken it to another level so far, Des. We know that they picked Chalet, but G2 will expect to turn up and have a decent game on this map. They've already beaten Team Liquid at Invitational here. And it's just not happening right now.
Like I say, it's one of their it is their joint top most played map across the last 6 months. Like, we know that they'll play it. For SSG, it is their most picked map. Both teams like it. Both teams will play it. But so far, only one team actually got the memo to that the game has started. G2 really struggling to find even a kill so much as a round. They've still got one. They've used their tack timeout. It's not looking too good for them. They need to warm up soon. For SSG, though, they'll keep on turning those screws. They'll keep on applying that pressure and not give them away into it. Ashen goes down, but Fultz is in behind, gets the two that he needs, and it's a closer.
As I say that, Ashen will be found. The nades come raining in. As to the kills, 3v3 utility dumped in by G2 to get things moving. A double from Blaz puts them in the driving seat.
Charged his way down Piano there and taken out J90, who was sat on that mez spot where you normally see a shield, and also got the kill onto top library. Solid start and has really opened the round up. I'll give it to SSG team. I think the way they set up this round is really good. They extended Master and Office again. They fell back to a second defense point around mez and top library like I spoke about in round one. Can Forest pull back a 1 versus 2? Because realistically, G2 should have this one closed up.
Just missed his opportunity there. It was a little bit of a victim of poor timing as he had a little look. Oh, I tell you what, he could put the diffuser on the ground.
Oh dear.
A 1v3 becomes winnable. It was looking like G2 might be able to close this one out, but it is definitely possible for Forest to do this. And he will! Forest absolutely decimating G2.
Let's go. See in the group stage, G2 are flawless, 8-0 on maps, but it is falling apart, and Alamau at the start of every round has been absolutely deleted as Ashen takes down Alamau, takes down Doki, both in the mud. More than doable. G2 are going to have to find something in round 6 if they don't want to find themselves at the other end of a flawless half from SSG. You can count the kills, Tim, on one hand almost. Looking between them, 6 across 5 rounds. It's not even been close, is the thing I want to stress. It's not like SSG have had to really battle through these rounds to get to where they are. They are outright dominating G2. A 4v1, as much as he'll step in and try and make something happen, Blaz is not long for this world. Benja with another. They are flying.
Does something about that top floor control, managing to take down Ashen, so that gives the advantage to G2. Could this be their first attacking round that they can get on the board? Uno gets hit, but that puts the diffuser down cold behind enemy lines. Alamo manages to find the kill onto Forest. Opportunity now to push forward, get this kill onto Benja and think about a plant. G2 should be able to get this round done.
Not again. They've already lost 1v3 this half, Tim. It can't happen again, surely. They're down to 2. It's Loira and Alamau. Diffuser is going down at this point, but I don't think he's 100% where, nor does he have the angle onto it. A yellow ping there, not giving it away correctly. At this point, boys, you hold the cross. We've seen teams really mess things up. I think back to the game the other day between Falcons and Raza Company that saw PSG Talon going home, a 1v2 being given away through needlessly held angles. It looks like a similar thing again here, but no doubt G2 quite fired up, fancy the chances. Alamau with a 3K in the round drags his team over the line. They get something from Stokie, who's lurking at the bottom of these lobby stairs. He could cause some real damage, and they've got the right idea. Here comes the push. No. Oh, Doki almost getting rid of him. Down to almost no HP here as well. One more bullet will be enough, but of course, there'll be a bit of team assist coming in. Gets his man down. Uno's there with the super shorty, really giving reason to its name. And Ashen with it all to do in a 1v3. They've already won one this half, Tim. Or this game, sorry. Why not one more?
Just going to be searching, knows there's one on main stairs, can do nothing about it as Doki manages to pick up that final kill, and that is a good first defending ground, quite aggressively so far. RSSG with Fultz, Hash and J90 all pushing in. They've decided that this is goal time. Forest is getting the diffuser down, and this is not good for G2. Loira 1v4, diffuser down. Clutches don't come much tougher than this. He's going to try to get something going, but the Monty finds him. And without getting the kill on the Nitro, this is almost all but over here. 6-2 is looking very likely for SSG.
And the call just came back online for Benja. He's going to drop it immediately. Of course, Laura being around mute jammers will see that blocked away instantly. Not that it matters because of the Monty up. I'll tell you what, almost gets one there. Almost gets a second as well, but gives nothing. SSG just...
He's going to start putting that diffuser down, but Alamo with a Nitro over the top. Finds his range and takes him down. J9O onto Loira, 3 versus 3, but the diffuser is down cold inside of sight. The big problem here for G2 is Alamo and Doki. Look how low their health is. Fultz finds one. They are now reliant on Blaz and a 5 HP at most, Doki.
A single shot onto him and he's gone to him, even through soft flooring, which is why it's so precarious. Blaz has got to do a lot of heavy lifting in this round, I feel, if they want to get it over the line. And they coming through, Blaz has just ran straight into a headshot from Benja. That spray through the floor, going to find nothing, but J9O gets his man. What a statement from Space Station Gaming Team, a 7-2 win. Just way in towards Doki. Fultz also coming in from the backside, and Benja at the same time has jumped inside a stock. So 3 players all moving in unison, Tim, and they get rid of 3 players like nothing. G2 once again completely folding, and Doki has got it all to do. This map's going to start the same way as Chalet did with a flawless round to SSG.
It's just more powerful at range. They're going to get the kill.
Baited.
That's big. Loira strays out of blue stairs. Forest is ready and waiting to pounce. Uno manages to find Ash, and Uno finds a big double. G2 desperately needed that, but Fultz has an opportunity to put the diffuser down, and nobody's going to be able to stop him. The cover is in place. It is secured. If SSG can get themselves above and hold that from up there, this round is over.
It is, and Fultz has planted. He's got 2 kills for himself for G2. It is not the retake of the dreams they wanted. They've been absolutely melted by SSG once again. To another. I don't think it matters here when they've got all these players still alive, and Uno now finished off. Ashen again continues his domination throughout the series, and Loira and Blaz have got to hold on. They get 1, but can they get the last 2?
That's a good response from G2. J9O manages to make it a 1v1. It's all up to him versus Blast. 1 minute 15 left on the clock. Blast just holding his angle for the time being. He's going to make J9O do the work here, because realistically, J9O doesn't know where he is. Blast playing this smart. He will have heard that drone go out, but he doesn't want to push. The flash does make him move. I think J9O's got an idea, but he can't find him. Blaz just manages to beat him on the peak. The flash just wears off in time for him, and he drop straight into sight. They've gone with the hatch. Are G2 ready for this? No, they are not. The kills come in, and G2 all of a sudden are on the back foot, and it's body after body. A beautiful attack from SSG, just spotting the opportunity and taking it. The diffuser goes down. Loira, he's fighting gallantly to try and get his way back in, but there's nothing there for him.
To think about, they look like they lack absolute confidence and trust in each other. They're not quite sure if angles are being covered, and at this point, SSG can just pick them off. 1 comes back, but as soon as they get something, Tim, 2 more go the way of SSG.
Whilst this has all been going on, Ashen has worked on a backstab over from Square. He's managed to get Loira done, but G2 react fantastically well. Loira, Blaz, stand up when it counts. That was looking really dangerous. SSG...
The take from this side could be a little bit risky. It's J9O they've got to face off against there, still droning in for now. They've got a bit of time to play with. 2 players out in security will be ignored, or at least isolated away from this initial gunfight, but that means G2 need to build up kills.
Just trying to grab a bit of ground here. Goes down, needs to wait for that Vulcan canister to burn out, but this is it. They've kind of telegraphed what they were doing here, G2, and SSG are ready for it. Flawless round. They've stood tall. Absolutely nothing for G2 doing there.
Guys running around. I'm a little bit concerned that they'll be able to force this Monty away.
Potentially, Doki does manage to find a nice kill onto Forest. He missed his opportunity there. He did have shots. If he hits the headshot, it's a different ball game. But Ashen, he steps up and just manages to mop Doki up. He's going for the Monty, takes him down as well. It's all feeling a little bit desperate from G2. They're just forcing these situations because they have no choice, and it's not working out for them. 4v2 now, and SSG can just dig in. They've got Fultz inside a side. Ashen, Benja, all what? They've got J9. J9 in stock corridor. There's nowhere that G2 can go here where they're not going to be in a fight.
They just look completely outcast. Like, how on earth Ashen has sat there then with a UMP and brought down Doki and then taken the 1v1 against the Monty with his back against the wall where he can't get back into sight and brings down both. It's, dare I say, borderline unforgivable, Tim, from G2. You've got to be punishing far harder than that. But they look unstoppable. There is nothing more that G2 can do. SS in this team down, and there's still a clash on side, Tim. They can waste loads of time here. They've played it completely perfectly, always willing to play their lives in the roam, the same as they were against FaZe, and G2 just cannot unravel it yet. Down to the last 20 seconds. They're going to run out of time, Tim.
Forest needs to be careful here because the gap is being closed, and that's the issue. He needs somebody to be able to challenge and protect him, otherwise the shield break will come in. Lyra manages to find Benja, J9 onto Alamau.
They can't get away with it.
Desperately needs some support here, but there's none coming. He does somehow survive. No, Lyra finds both in the absolute last gasps of the round. He is going to stop him. That could be big. The Toxic Babes go out. The smokes aren't really, sorry, the Shumiko launcher, it's not really landing the fire in the right place from Benja, so he just needs to sort his line out up. It's a bit more difficult because it takes a bounce. Lyra does manage to take him down. Lyra's going huge, double kill.
Straight up from Garage as well. He's been the X Factor in a couple of rounds. It looks like he might be in this one. 2 kills for himself, make it a third. He is unleashed, really giving meaning to the demon part of his name here. G2
his way up spiral, and SSG might not be quite ready for this. Blaz does get taken down, but here come G2. Lyra again, Alamau from behind. He slipped the net, he's got himself in. It's all up to Benja 1v3. Uno's putting the diffuser down. He's not going to be able to take him out. And that's it. The diffuser is secured, and Benja has it all to do. 1v3 fighting back. He's low health. There's no way that he gets these, surely. That's the first.
Tim,
takes down Lyra. The final boss is gone. It's a 1v2 now. But no, Uno is there, and G2 get themselves onto map point and keep the challenge from above. They just need to keep the distance so that they've got the advantage, and they managed to find the kill. They've done it beautifully. 45 seconds left to go, and G2 are rolling here. But Benja comes out with some crazy aggression to retake with a double kill, Des.
You never expect to see it, but it's happened, and Lyra's on for it to himself. Blaz hits one more, and Benja's on for 3. Almost 4, but Alamau finds the kill he needs. G2 tie up the series against all odds, and we're going to have to go to Cafe to settle this one.
Could be the problem. Doki manages to pick up Ash, and Forest continues to try to work from pillar, but doesn't really recognise that Doki has rotated around to read indoor. Lyra picks up Fultz, and all of a sudden SSG on the back foot massively. J9 wandering through the middle of sight, but he needs to get 4 kills if he wants to get anything going. Doesn't have diffuser in hand, so he can't even use that as an opportunity, and once he gets one, the problem is they know where he is now. So G2 are going to be ready and waiting. They don't need to peek this Doki, but he has a look around the corner, gets taken down. 1v4 becomes 1v2, and I tell you what, it becomes a lot more winnable.
Eyes on the diffuser, mind you. There's one real close here as well. Sees his man. Ain't going to win the gunfight, though, as Alamau goes the other way. They win out that 2 versus 1. G2 building.
They don't deal with this position, and they go for a freezer drop and a freezer push. Doki could well jump up and just run in behind them here and cause absolute mayhem in the last 20 seconds.
I don't think they heard Doki, even with the phone call coming out here. He's got a good chance to swing, and no, they did not. Benja down for 3. It was good cover from his teammate at the bottom of Brown. Alamau into another, and G2, they've stalled them out long enough to, even if they couldn't get the kills, there's still the yokai available. J9 will do his best, but yet again, he cannot take down the remaining players of G2, and they're up 2-0.
The east side is Fultz and Benjo managed to get opening kills. Whatever call out said certainly seems to have worked. Ashen goes in aggressive onto Blaz. This is falling apart for G2. 1 versus 5 already. We're not a minute into the round. Doki underneath on the mirror. He's just going to be chased down here. They've got the blitz. They know exactly what's coming. He gets one, but the trade is there. That's going to be a very solid response from SSG. Followed 5 versus 4 for SSG, but we come into the final minute. They do have top floor control, but do they have long enough to do enough with it? Forest manages to find Blaz. That's really going to get them going.
Oh, you can't miss that.
You can't. That was their opportunity, G2.
You've lost to a pistol as well. That's a real screamer from Uno. Should have done better with the opportunity. Doki and Lyra. Loira especially had some big moments, but now they've got to do it all against the 5-man strong roster of SSG. They've only got 30 seconds to play here, so a couple of upset kills could be enough to get things moving, but Doki might be about to step into a player behind him, I'm pretty sure. One up on New Balkan, sure enough, Ashen was there ready and waiting, and
they've come away with even spoils.
Doki's got himself dug deeper inside here, the other side of the castle barricade if wanted, now jumps back over again. He was quite desperate to find someone that's being a little bit cheeky, a little bit peeky onto that bakery window, and nothing is given. Benja into a second, the trade is there, but elsewhere, it's Ashen bringing down Doki. So, I was going to say, with him holding inside a bakery, it might be a little bit tough still for SSG to move on forwards, but the roadblock has been removed, and Blaz has got it all to do, sees his man down to about a quarter of his HP, and he's in hot trouble at this point, Tim. 45 seconds to play.
Yeah, he's surrounded, that's the problem. There's one above, there's one bottom red. The one above has just come down Brown stairs to join Benja on that side. They can start flooding into sight. They know they've got him 3v1 here. They're all on pretty much full health apart from Volts. It was a matter of time until Ashen cuts him down, and that there could be a key round for SSG in this matchup. Even if... No idea that Blaz is in that position, but he can't get the job done. And the push comes through from SSG, and once again, Des, they are finding a way.
Oh, you have to know that this is going to happen, Doki. Benja's been waiting for him, and it gets the down at the very least. Uno with 2 more still to find. We've got a minute to play, though, Tim. He's got to get a 4K in the round, and with Benja and J9 knowing exactly where he is, I'd say this one's looking pretty cooked.
Benja and J9 need to be need to be careful to make things difficult for them because they're constantly playing in a 4v5. The Clash of Forest is again holding things up. The support is there from J9. This is clinical from SSG as Fultz takes down Blaz, and once again the North American side are 5 versus 2. There's a lot of damage been done across the board. It's the 1+ point for G2 at the minute. Forest, Benja, J9 all on half or less pretty much, at least.
1% or 100%, the gun is still just as effective. Sure, the player might die sooner to less body shots, but they can still catch you out with a single headshot, and it all gets chewed apart from there. Damage is all well and good, Tim. As you say, we need kills, and we need them soon, because we aren't seeing Superstar Loira appearing so far yet on this map. Yep, Doki's got a few kills to his name, but that's not what they need. They need far more than that. Alamal steps in, and Benja's going to fall down, but look at that. Ashen elsewhere has found Uno. All to do here. Alamal facing off against the Clash. This one is most definitely done, as he'll just bleed out here to the damage as it starts to rack up.
Yeah, exactly that. Even when the Clash runs out of energy for the shield and is waiting on the recharge like they are now, there's a chance somebody just pops up and shoots him, but as it is, full recharge. Ashen is going to be the one. That's a shame for Forest. Just stood inside a site looking to pick up some kills.
Got the down as well. That's nice for him to get a second. Doki really stepping in and taking charge, and now that he's underneath him, with those scans available, he can start picking out players above and going clay pigeon shooting.
Yeah, we're really going to see what value there is in the verticals here, because SSG are not going to have much of a choice but to try and hold on, and that's the value. Doki taken down, and SSG, it just seems no matter the position they are put in, Des, they always find a way. Blaz, he manages to take down Ashen. Surely this is a round that goes to G2 as Uno gets that diffuser down.
It's a great read from G2, knowing there are a couple of players flying around Cocktail, and they plan completely the opposite side of things out on this ground floor, on the second floor, sorry. Gino know with it all to do, a 1 versus 4. Trying to do what he can. I mean, he's certainly being helped out by Uno there, who's brought down Blaz at the same time.
So that ain't gonna work. Ashen's got the glasses on, but that will. Doki manages to find J9, takes out the Wamai. Ashen taking damage, but he knows they're repelling in. Beautifully played by G2. There's that team play that we're expecting from them. Alamau is there to impact on the death of his teammate. 4 versus 2 now, and SSG, they are scrambling. Fultz, he's just trying to hold on inside a reading, try and prevent anything going laterally, but no. Loira manages to find him. It's all up to Forest in a 1v4, Des.
And they know exactly where he is. He's full blinded, but gets rid of Loira in the process. Alamau steps in for the conversion. 5-4, Tim. Back in the distance.
He's playing his position there, but it gives G2 a little bit more space here. Forest is the one. I was going to say they're pushing into Bakery now. They've adjusted, they've adapted, they've rotated. Loira manages to get the kill, and that allows Uno to push on in here. SSG were expecting Freezer, as were we all, but this is a quick move from G2. Could it be the one that gets them the round? 2v2 effectively with the Maestro down.
They got the down into Forest, but couldn't quite finish him off, and that's what gave away the trade. It's what let SSG spring into action and get the trade back on the other side. Forest might not be recoverable here because they haven't got that red control, but look at this. The dancing around, they've got no idea, but oh my god, Alamau in behind at the perfect time. A bit of a siege timing moment for Ash and Tim. They've got to push in. Fultz holding in off towards the right. Double red ping coming out as well. He's now up, good at the ready. Finds one, can't quite find two. Yes, he does, because the downs were in place. They couldn't get the finish off. SSG take the round. Oh, may even find a player above, but as it stands, that's not quite the case. As G2 members start boiling away, though, Alamau the first one to go. Those two C4s become even more potent. Last, getting rid of Ashen. Not a bad spot, evening things out, and now all C4s are gone. So their chances of catching out G2 players, and they've been hoping to find at least two with that vertical denial from below, that no longer being available, suddenly this Monty starts looking very, very imposing.
Benja manages to find Blast, but the answer is there from Lyra. Fultz on the trade. This is a trade for trade for trade. The question is, how do they deal with the Monty? J9 comes in with a huge flank dares, and that is the North American side. SSG locking out the game and proceeding in the upper bracket. What a day they have had with wins against FaZe and G2. An absolute dream.